And good evening to you. Welcome to Virtual Bingo. Look at that. I've got the text nice and big tonight on the screen so we can actually see it. Mark's here in Bingo Central beside us. He's just setting himself up and getting himself ready for tonight and settling in. So it is good to have you. You're very welcome to our live stream for tonight here from Bingo Central. If you're joining us for the first time, I know we have a few new players and all of our regulars back with us, which is lovely. And we're playing our second game tonight for the Irish Wheelchair Association. So it's great to have your company. I thank you for popping in on this pretty miserable night. I have to say, Mark arrived shortly. Yeah, he arrived a few minutes ago, and he looks like a drowned rat. I don't know if he cycled or what. Did you cycle your way over? Did you? Hang on a second, I'll switch you on. Here he is. Look at this.
I did not.
Here he is. The camera's a bit high for you there, I think. Maybe, maybe not. You can just see the bottom of your head, really. If you just move it up a little, you'll be able to move it up a little touch yourself. But yeah, I don't know if he cycled in or not. But he's like a drowned rat over there, so he has to.
It's that wet rain.
It's very wet rain, isn't it? Very, very wet, very inclement weather. So
the rain is persistent.
Very persistent, yeah. It's like us. So yeah, not good. A lot of people back from their holidays as well, I see, and it's good to have you back with us as well if you are joining us tonight. And if you're joining us for the first time, by the way, we're playing for the Irish Wheelchair Association. We have 3 games of bingo for you, starting at 8 o'clock, and your bingo tickets were sent to you. Now, I know a few people did say they don't have PayPal, so they couldn't play. That's okay. We're going to try and sort that out for you for next week. We have a way of taking card payments from next week, so we'll be able to do that. We just didn't do it to try and keep costs to a minimum, so we could give more to the charity partners we play for. 3 games of bingo. Fold your ticket up and play on game number 1, and I will explain to you how the game works when we get towards 8 o'clock. So we're playing for the Irish Wheelchair Association again this week. Thanks for signing the petition if you did Not My Independence Day. We had a few clips last week and I'll be repeating them for you tonight. But if you haven't yet signed that, it's on iwa.ie, and if you pop across there you'll be able to sign the petition for the guys. And as we said last week, every name that goes on that really helps. It adds to that body of support and it really helps. So if you can do that for us, we'd very much appreciate it. Also, go the extra mile for the IWA. That's been going on all month. The weather has been horrendous, and yet lots of people have been doing this, which is amazing, and well done to you as well. Often when I say, go the extra mile, it's only a mile. A mile in a wheelchair is a lot, and I've seen people out, and I don't know if it's to do with the IWA or not, but I've become more aware of wheelchair users and seeing them around about the place as well as I'm out. So well done to all of you. Something I didn't mention last week, and I should have done really, was that the IWA also facilitate disabled parking, which we were very grateful for. In the few years that we were attending telehospital with Ian, we certainly were grateful for that. Disabled parking, there's an online portal on their website, iwa.ie, if you need to avail of that, but it's of course only if you need to. So go the extra mile for the IWA. There's the details up there on screen for you. That's the little box, and all you have to do is just go onto the website iwa.ie for details on Go the Extra Mile for the IWA. It is running all month, of course. It has been doing so. You can run between 1 and 5 miles per day for the month of August. That's Go the Extra Mile, and of course the petition in there as well. So we'll be starting at 8 o'clock tonight. You can still get your bingo tickets if you haven't yet done so. Go to Ticket Tailor. The details are in the description of the video here, but also on the page here on Virtual Bingo. You can go to the box office. Mark is over in Bingo Central, just here beside us, and he's organising the final ticket sale. So if you haven't got yours, I know I got a message from Elena earlier tonight. Elena, I think you probably have yours by now, but if you haven't and there's any delays or any problems, just drop us a note in the comments. It'll come up here on screen and we'll look after you. But all those tickets will be sent out. Let's pop across to Bingo Central and see how he's getting on. He's just setting himself up. How are things working out over there for you?
Things are really good. Things are really good. No last minute sales, but if you do wish to buy a ticket, or maybe an extra ticket, you've still got a few minutes.
You still have a few minutes to do so. We won't be closing the box office until 7:45, so you've 10 minutes to do it. It only takes a couple of minutes to check out. Mark, just adjust that little camera down a bit, will you? Because it'll certainly help matters if you do that. Just down a little touch. there is a time delay. Well, that looks a lot worse actually. Up. Just a little. Perfect. That'll be lovely. That's lovely now. That'll do us nicely. Little John's went out this week in the post. If you got yours, will you take a selfie with him and send it to us, or preferably put it on Instagram and tag us at Virtual Bingo 1? Will you do that? And use the hashtag Charity Tuesday. If you'd like to get a Little John, you haven't got one, if you're playing for the first time, they are available to you. All you have to do is send in a selfie with your bingo ticket, send it to us. And Lisa says, hey guys. Hi Lisa. Lisa's playing on her laptop for the first time, which means that Mark looks absolutely humongous. I'm also going to try something with a Little Johns this week as well for the first time, and I'll tell you more about that later on. I'm going to be trying something new. But 4 went out, 5 went out in the post this week, and we'll do the same this week. So if you'd like to get a Little John, that's him behind me over here. If you'd like to get a Little John in your life, and everybody should have one, just send us a selfie with your bingo ticket, and we will, and of course your name and address, that helps, and we will send you a Little John in the post. And we have a lovely gallery. Would you like to see the Little John gallery?
Sure do.
I bet you'd like to see the Little John gallery. Here they are from last week. Good, weren't they? Weren't they good? Weren't they good? They were very good. Weren't they good, Mark?
They were very
They
good.
were very good.
Very
I
good,
have to
actually.
say, I love the Little John gallery. If you want to get a Little John, just pop us a selfie in the comment, in the messenger, I should say, the Virtual Bingo Messenger. Send us a selfie and your name and address, and we will send you out a Little John in the post. So here's Bingo Central. That's Mark over there. He's looking after the spreadsheet, because each of your tickets, especially if you're playing for the first time, you don't know how this works. Well, you've got a ticket which would have been sent to you by email. Now you can print them, or you can just view them. You know, it really is fine. Paul watches there. Thanks, guys, for the Little John and the jellies. You're legends. Hey, Paul, you're welcome. Get us a selfie now. You can be in the gallery. Yeah, I'm going to have to try. I'm going to have to send another one to America, because I don't think the one we sent got through. And poor Evelyn is playing again this week over in California. And actually, there's a lot of forest fires in California. Did you see that, Mark?
I certainly did. How
Yeah.
flammable would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 is Little John?
How flammable.
Yes. It could be a bad day to be a Little John.
I don't know. But either way, I mean, look, you know, you could use them to knock out the flames. I hope those forest fires aren't near you, Evelyn. I mean, they look, they're in California, it's a big state, so I hopefully not. But I think we're just going to have to try and send another one. I have one behind you there, Mark, with his 4th of July little bandana on him. He's over there, you see, he's behind you. Yeah. So he's...
Come forward, Little John.
Yeah, another one going to the States. He's going to have to, because the one to Massachusetts got through, but I did fill out the declaration
Cool.
for customs on that one, so I think that's why he got through. Just looking there. Oh, Mark, I think you're on. Actually. Why have I got MK90? Sorry, I'll turn...
I don't know, it'd be Converse.
Oh, I don't
Hey,
know.
hey.
Could be cameras, yeah. Could be cameras.
You'll have a nice day now.
You have a nice day. We're going to get him a cowboy hat to go with him as well.
Such a great idea.
Isn't it?
It is.
I'm going to dress him up. I've actually got a great idea for Little John.
Cowboy
this
John.
week. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever heard that. I've got a good idea for him for this week because we've had absolutely awful weather. Hasn't it been a miserable summer? Miserable summer. I mean, it's been awful. Now tomorrow's supposed to take up a bit, but then it gets miserable again for the weekend.
Okay.
So I'm looking at getting little coats made for them. Leave it with me. So if you're playing like Paul, playing with us again, and I know there's lots of you actually playing for the first time tonight. Let me go back in here. I know we have Michelle, and we have Olivia, and we have Sinead Houghton playing with us tonight. And Irene is back with us. Welcome back, Irene. Elena, of course. Tina's back with us as well. Good to have you, Tina, and Josephine, and Sinead, and Evelyn, and of course Mart is there. Thanks, Mart. Good to have you. And I think Rusty is back from London as well. Eamon, I hope you got your Little John. Haven't heard from you, so give us a shout and let us know if he arrived down in Cove in County Cork. Is that where he was going? Off down? In fact, all the Little Johns this week went outside Dublin. They went to Roscommon, down to Sinead, and Neddy and all the Heinz crew down in Roscommon. Two actually went to Roscommon, and one went to Cork, and I think the other one went to Mayo. I think it was Mayo, yeah, off to Ballina. So there they are. They're all over the place. Who else is there? Phil is back in there. Caroline's with us tonight. Bern is also there. And Bernie, hiya Bernie. Lisa, of course, has got her laptop open tonight as well, so she's watching on her laptop. And Denise, of course. Denise and Phil. I mean, where would we be without them? And Irene was in last, same as last week. Antoinette says hi guys and good luck to everybody, because Antoinette's there too. And who else is there?
Hello Paul.
Paul, yes, I'm sure Colin is back with us this week as well.
He certainly is.
So it's good to have you all. Thanks for popping in. If you haven't played before, it's going to bore the socks off everybody who's been playing with us for weeks, but I have to explain. So there's the ticket. I folded mine up. I print mine in black and white. I find it's just as good as colour. It's just as good to print them in black and white. They work every bit as good. There you have the ticket. Okay, now on your ticket you have panel numbers, and they will read down the left hand side of your ticket. Those panel numbers are important because they're yours. They are only for you. Nobody else has those panel numbers, and your little barcode is at the very bottom of the ticket. We enter them into the system, which means that we allow for the delay, because there's a 12-second delay between me speaking and you hearing me. So there's a delay of 12 seconds. So bingo would not work otherwise. It just wouldn't work otherwise. So those panel numbers are in play. Those panel numbers will pop up on our screen. Well, one will. Hopefully only one. If two do, we have to split the money. But hopefully only one will. And when it pops up, we stop the game. We go over there to Bingo Central, to this handsome devil here beside me. This fella. And Mark checks the spreadsheet to see who is playing that ticket and has that panel number. And you will be given the money. It's as simple as
Colin Gannon has joined.
Colin Gannon has joined, has he?
Welcome to the party line.
Welcome along, Colin. It's nice to have you. Nice to have you so early, Colin. Usually we're kind of halfway through the game when you pop in. I mean, this week he's early. So so we know who has the panel, and we pay out tonight. We'll be paying you tonight and sorting out all the winnings. So all the winnings will be covered, the expenses will be covered, and the remaining money, whatever the profits are, plus your donations, will be going to the Irish Wheelchair Association. And thank you so much as well to the guys in the Irish Wheelchair Association. They've been absolutely superb. They really have. They've been amazing, as Mark will testify, because they've been really, really good at looking after us and giving us the support we need to try and get players in. Hopefully enough players are playing tonight to make it worthwhile. I know PayPal is a problem, but we will have that sorted next week, Mark. We will. He's looking at his screen there. He's going through everything. Who's there? Colin's there. Hola, fellow inmates. Be back in a minute. Just taking delivery of a pallet of Koppenberg mixed barrels, says he. All round to Colin's house. That's actually, something that's actually, we used to say that last week. It was funny. This week, you're kind of going, oh, can we really say that anymore? Evening, Mark and John, says Colin. Thank you very much, Colin. It's good to have you in
Colin.
there. And in the comments, I don't know if there's anybody else commenting while we were on double screen. I don't think anybody was, but you can pop into the comments, and your comments will come up here nice and big on the screen this week, so I can actually see them. And there they are. So, what time is it? It's 7:45. Let's do this. You're going to be very impressed with this. I've got a new clock. So here's the clock, and it'll count down. And there it goes. And it stays on this screen here. So it's 4 minutes and 58 seconds. As you can see, it's counting down to closing the box office. If you want to get tickets, final tickets, get in there for the last few. You can do so, and we will get you in and get your tickets to you before 8 o'clock if you're just joining us. And there is a little link in the description. And remember, everything we can make over and above what it costs to run the night goes to the IWA. So every single ticket counts. Every single one of them counts at this stage. So if you could do that, that'll be absolutely brilliant. So there we are. The Irish Wheelchair Association, formed back in 1960, and I have a little bit of ET. If you missed it, this is the story of the Irish Wheelchair Association from their humble beginnings back in 1960 in the Mater Hospital.
The Irish Wheelchair Association is a voluntary organisation founded by a small group of wheelchair users in 1960. Their aim was to improve the lives of people with disabilities. They each contributed 10 shillings to this cause. Little could the founders have imagined that IWA would become what it is today, the leading provider of quality services for people with limited mobility throughout the country, with over 20,000 members and in excess of 2,000 staff. While we are partially funded by the state to provide core services, we continue to rely on the goodwill and financial support of the community. Volunteers remain at the core of our development and the delivery of services. This dedicated group of people continues to work with people in communities across the country, organising social outings, holidays and providing local transport. As well as providing services, we're also a leading advocacy organisation, campaigning on issues which affect our members in their day-to-day lives. Our objective is to ensure our members get the opportunity to participate fully and equally in society.
Every hour, every day, we are providing supports to people with disabilities living in your community. The Irish Wheelchair Association needs your help to continue to provide this vital and life-changing support.
So that is why we're playing tonight, is for the IWA, and as you can see, they, like every other charity, they all need much needed funding. But we will certainly give what we can to the IWA, and as I say, thank you to Megan, and thank you to Sarah and to Maeve and all the guys over in the IWA. They've been absolutely magnificent. They really have. They've really got behind this. So that's why we want things to work for them, because it really makes a difference. So, not my Independence Day. We have some clips from the video coming up between games for you, and our first game is off, as I say, at 8 o'clock. So you're very welcome to the live stream if you're just popping in for the first time and joining us here on Dublin Virtual Bingo. We don't call it Dublin anymore. We were calling it Dublin initially, but we have kind of just called it Virtual Bingo because it is worldwide. It's no longer Dublin. It is everywhere. It was initially Walkinstown. Would you believe? Walkinstown Virtual Bingo. Now it's kind of everywhere. It's global. So it's great to have all of you with us. Over the next couple of weeks now, we were saying we were concentrating on cancer charities. We have one in the pipeline for you, but we were also looking at Walk as well, the Walkinstown Association, which we are huge supporters of ourselves, have been for a long, long time, and also the regulars in the Eleanora and the Eleanora themselves are very much big supporters of Walk. So also for people with disabilities and learning disabilities and all sorts of things, and they actually are one of our charity partners. Over in Bingo Central is Marcus over here, and I know you're a big exponent of Walk, aren't you?
Are we on?
Yes, you're on. You're on.
Yeah,
sorry, yes, there's a slight
we're big
delay.
fans of Walk, and they have us. You know, we run charity radio, and they bring people back into the workplace, and condition people into working. And we work with them in broadcasting. We teach them in broadcasting, in giving them a bit of self-esteem and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we have a very good relationship with Walk. And another crowd that's in there in the same building as us is the Men's Shed, D12 Men's Shed. Big shout out to the Men's Shed, by the way. As you know, I've got a large project on at the moment, restoring a beautiful old broadcast mixer, and they restored the woodwork for it beautifully. So they do lovely work. They've they're all properly set up for woodworking, all machinery in place, and it's just another tenant of the Walk Association.
So there we are. So we'll be looking after Walk in September. Maybe one of the weeks we'll do that. We're certainly looking at the cancer charities. There's just so many of them, and a lot of them have their own events running in September already. They already have quite a few events running. So for us to try and slot in with that will be tricky, I think, won't it? It'll be tricky. But
sure
there's some coffee mornings going on, but we'll do our best. We'll certainly do our best. We'll do what we possibly can to help out. And then in October we've so many others. We've actually had the Alzheimer's Association asking us if we can do a virtual bingo for them, so we will. And also mental health as well, which is very important at the moment. Pieta House also, who are local to us actually here in Lucan, so we'll have to look after them. But tonight it's all about the Irish Wheelchair Association. Bernie Kelly is there. Hello everybody, and thanks a million. Little John arrived safe and sound in Monaghan. Oh, I forgot I said
excellent.
Monaghan. Bernie, you're very welcome. Bernie's been playing with us actually since the days of the Irish Kidney Association. So yeah, I mean we get players playing, and hopefully some of you guys will stay with us as well, and then we support other charities and other events and other great causes, and we try and get ourselves through this unrivaled period of time in our lives when we don't really know what's happening. But things have moved apace, haven't they, Marcus, since last week?
They certainly have.
By golly gee, things move. Every week I just think it can't get much worse, and then
on the good side, there's a party on in Collins. He's got a slab of Copperberg. So there you go. We're on for this evening.
No,
I think we're the entertainment. I think
no,
we're
not. We are the entertainment, but we're staying here. No, we're staying here. I actually haven't been out. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to know what goes on outside. I'd love to know what goes on. I must go out one of these days. I will, if the weather ever gets better. At the moment I look out the window and I go, I'm not going any place. So there we are. It's 7 minutes now away from 8 o'clock. So if you haven't got your tickets at this stage, it's probably too late actually, because trying to get them out to you would be an absolute, wouldn't it, Mark? Well, you know what, we'll squeeze them in. If you want to get a ticket and you really want to get one, go to the box office and check out as quickly as you can.
Straight out of the oven.
And he'll send it over to you. You should have it in 7 minutes.
Hi, Leon.
You should.
Beg your pardon, Evelyn. The way I've been looking at this. Hi, Evelyn. How are you doing? Just joined us.
Evelyn, it's lovely to have you. I sent the tea bags this week. They were shipped over. I had to do a declaration. Honestly, when you send things to Ireland in the big yellow envelopes, I print out I'm a dab hand at this, as Bernie knows, and Edward knows, because his went to Cove, I think, in County Cork. You just get the prepaid envelope, which is great value from Unpost. Absolutely great value. Big envelopes. Pop in Little John, bag of sweets, seal them up, stick on the label. You go down to the post office, they stamp them, they put them in the bag. Send something to America. Oh no, ain't easy. Do you know what happens? You have to fill out a customs declaration. That's the first thing. You have to describe what's in the envelope. You have to describe it in detail. Then they take my name, my address, all of my details, and and it takes about 15 minutes just to send one envelope to America. Pretty strict, and it's the only country in the world, apparently, according to Unpost. Thank you very much. It's they're doing well, and it's 32 degrees over there already. I'll send us some of that weather over here, Evelyn. But yeah, it's the only country in the world, apparently, that they go to all this trouble for, because they don't do it anywhere else. Don't do it anywhere else. Anywhere else you can just send it off in the post and it gets there. Not the States. They different. So, Paul Walsh there. Keep up the great work for all the charities involved, especially in these challenging times. Absolutely, Paul. And Paul is actually in Youghal. It's a bad day yesterday morning. Bad actually down in Cork. More flooding down there as well. A lot of businesses that were getting ready to reopen actually Yeah, hi guys, Jake and Shelley here, says Michelle. Great to have you, Michelle. I hope you enjoyed the game, settled in. We're going to be starting in just a couple of minutes. But yeah, Cork is having a torrid time at the moment, aren't they? Really, really tough time. There's Mark in Bingo Central, so he's over there. Mark is just going through the spreadsheet, making sure everything is sorted out and ready, aren't you?
I sure am.
He sure is. It is his job. Denise says, hi John and Mark, eyes down to everybody, good luck, and playing from a very wet and windy Cabra. And Jake and Shelley and all of you guys, I hope you enjoy the game. Denise, it's wet and windy everywhere in Dublin, isn't it? But can you imagine if you were in Bantry or somewhere? And the flooding they had in West Cork. Unbelievable. I mean, really is difficult. And, you know, it's bad enough just going, oh, it's a bit wet. But when your house is flooded, that must be absolutely awful. So I hope you guys are safe and you guys are keeping well down in Youghal and Cove and all parts of Cork. We have, right, a couple of minutes away, 4 minutes to 8 o'clock. As I said to you last week, I always start dead on 8, because if I don't and there's people just joining us at 8 o'clock, they feel they've missed out on the first few numbers or something, and I do have to explain the game. But I have to also get the panel numbers in, get them in play. So Mark, have you got the panel numbers there for me?
Sure do.
You have them ready for game number 1?
Yep, and 2 and 3.
And 2 and 3. He has them all ready to go. He is so organised, that fella. We'll just fix your sign behind you as well. I think we just moved the table earlier, so it's kind of halfway. There's Caroline. Hello, Caroline says, hi John, kiss kiss. Thank you, Caroline. And Roger's there as well, I'm sure, playing tonight. So if we're playing for Walk, actually, Caroline, you need to spread the word for us. Oh, it's Hallow's birthday, Alan's birthday. He's 50. He's 50, is
Big
Alan?
5-0.
Big 5-0. And I've known him since he was in primary school. There's Bingo Central now. Oh, there goes my light. Everything happening tonight, you wouldn't believe it. We were expecting some visitors tonight at 6 o'clock. They sent a text to say we'd be a bit late because somebody's working late, so we'd be a bit late and the weather's not great. So I said, well, just remember, we're doing this at 7:30, so don't be coming in making noise at 7:30. What do they do? 25 to 8 they arrive in. That was the racket you heard earlier. Yeah. Shocking. Okay, look, we're going to put the panel numbers in and get ready for game number 1. It's coming up in just a sec, so if you're ready to play, get your tickets at the ready. There they are. I'll explain the entire game when we come back, but don't you go anywhere. This is literally 45 seconds. Mark, have you got the panel numbers?
Sure do.
Okay, come back to us in 45 seconds for game number 1. We'll be back with you.
What I'm looking forward to most when COVID restrictions lift is getting my hair done.
The barbers are not accessible because there's one door to another for my chair. It's fairly wide. And then there's another door which you go down a few steps, which is not ideal either.
So there we are, and that's why we're playing for the Irish Wheelchair Association, and that's why the little petition that's on iwa.ie is so important. And if you get even just 5 minutes when we're finished, and you can go into iwa.ie and just sign the petition. Would you do that for me? Because everything helps. It really does. Colin says, well, good luck everyone. What he really means is good luck to me because I'm playing tonight. Antoinette, I think, is playing on her own. No Bernadette tonight. That's strange. What's happened there? Because you can't say I'm going out, because where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Do you know there's a lot of people actually who had to use their annual leave, I was told at work last week. Had to use leave, and when they took their leave, went off. They were back today, back in work apparently, and they were saying, well, did you do it for your week off? Was it nice? And they said, I live in Leixlip. I couldn't go anywhere. I live in Kildare. It's just unbelievable. 8 o'clock, time to get cracking on game number 1. There's your ticket, you have it there. Make sure it's game number 1 that you're playing, please. No other ticket is in play at this moment. That's the one you want. There's your ticket on the left. Your panel numbers are all in play. Let me show you the game screen. It's here. So there it is, looking nice and fresh. Down on the very bottom is a little line I need to watch, because that's where the panel in question will pop up during the game. If you're all ready to play, best of luck to all of our players. As I say, if you have any problems whatsoever, as you can see, Mark is now manning the chat. He's watching. So if you have any issues, any problems, pop it in the chat. We'll deal with it straight away and help you out. Okay? All of the money tonight, as I say, after we pay out the prize money, which is 15 for a line, 40 for a house in games 1 and 2, and 15 for the line, 70 for the house in game 3. And of course the small amount of ticketing fees and charges that we have to pay. After that, all the rest of it, the profits that are left, will be going to the Irish Wheelchair Association. Plus your donations, and some of you made donations, and thank you for those. Very generous of you. And it's over the 2 weeks, which is awesome. Mark just has a little comment to say. Yes, Mark, what's happening?
Chris, if you bear with us, it'll just take me a minute to get your ticket to you, but you're still in the draw, so don't stress if you don't get your tickets for a couple of moments.
That's Chris Hoey, who just popped in. Chris, I think, played before with us. So, well, you're very welcome, Chris. It's nice to have you. Mark's just doing your ticket over in Bingo Central. You'll have it to you probably in the next 30 seconds. As soon as you get it printed off, and you can catch up, because all of the numbers will be displayed on the screen in front of you. Little box, little grid that has all the numbers 1 to 90. So all of the numbers will be illuminated in blue as they are called. The called number that we are calling and the number we are on is displayed in the little round circle at the very top. Over on the right of that is a panel number. Don't worry about that. It's purely for me to check a winner. And down on the right hand side of your screen, you'll see numbers called. That's the amount of numbers that we have called so far. Probably too much information on that screen, but it's very transparent. It shows you everything. And after that, all we do is press call. So I nip over here onto the play screen, and we have our first call of the night. Here it is. It's 7 and 0. It's blind 70. Because apparently you are when you get to 70. 7 and 0, blind 70. As you can see, 1 pops up when the number's called, and 70 is on top, and the little blue box with 70 in it is illuminated. That will continue through the game until we get a line, and that will happen, I'd say, maybe 20 calls at thereabouts tonight, because we don't have a huge amount of tickets in play. Here's your next call coming out after 70, and it's 8 and 7, 87. Yeah, it takes time. It takes its time. 1 and 3, 13. Who is going to win? I'm biting my nails now. We have a winner. Mark, we have a winner on 4 and 5, 45. Panel number 674. 674, if you please. Can you do that for me? 674, Mark.
674.
Now let's cross over to Bingo Central and find out.
674 is Phil Slattery.
Phil Slattery. Well done, Phil. That's Phil and Denise over in Cabra. And Phil, you've got €15. I know it's not much, but you know, you won't get to spend it, because Denise will have that spent for you. Denise, that means that's the first win in your household. Remember last week Denise was saying she hadn't won yet? Yep. Well, you still haven't, Denise, but at least Phil has. At least Phil has.
Does Phil have a little John?
Denise has, and they've sent us in selfies as well.
That's right. But
Mary Walsh says, please say hi to Grace and James, who are playing tonight with their Aunt Mary and Nana Bridget.
Hey.
So we will. Grace and James, you're very, very welcome to the game. And if you'd like a little John, see this guy behind me? Everybody should have a little John. What you can do is get Mary to send us your names, your address, and your air code. We'll send one out to you. We'll send one in a big yellow envelope from An Post, because An Post are magic. Well done, says Lisa. Thank you ever so much. So now, Chris got his tickets. He said, yes, I did get my tickets. Thanks, Chris. That is fan-dabby-dozy. That's what Crankies would say. Who are the Crankies? Oh, stop, you're making me feel old. Let's reset the game, shall we? We just go over here and click this little doofer.
Indeed.
And at the bottom line, you see that there? That disappears, which means we're now playing for the house. So Phil Slattery, you got €15 in game number 1. We're playing on for the house. Who is going to get €40 for completing a full panel? A full panel of any 15 numbers, and you have 6 to choose from on your ticket in game number 1. Best of luck to you as we play. Here is the next call. Best of luck. And we have a winner on 7 and 373. Mark, can you check, please? Panel number 921. That's 921 for me, please, because somebody out there, one of you, has just won the house. 921. Let's pop across to Bingo Central as he checks the spreadsheet and see who's won. Have you got it there, Marcus?
I do. 921 is Teresa Roach.
Teresa Roach.
Teresa Roach.
If I switch you on, everybody will hear you. Sorry about that. Teresa Roach. Where's Teresa? Pop in the comments there and let us know. Actually. And if you want a little John, get a selfie with your bingo ticket for us. Yeah. Send it in. Name, address and air code if you can, and we'll send you out a little John. Teresa playing for the Irish Wheelchair Association, and that concludes game number 1. Let me go back into game screen for just a minute because I have to check the panel number, and the panel number is across the bottom of the page. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen, I beg your pardon. Here we go, over there. 921 9 2 and 1, and I click the little magnifying glass, and I keep doing this because I'm looking at that screen but I'm actually working on this one. It's very confusing. 921, there you can see Teresa's panel, her full panel. So I'll write this down. So Teresa and Phil, your payments will be made to your PayPal account, the one you used to buy your tickets. It'll be repaid to that, and it'll be done tonight. We'll do it before we wrap things up here at Bingo HQ, and we will do it tonight for you. So well done to our winner. All of our winners so far. 2 more games, so that means we have at least 4 more winners tonight. And I also have a little bit of VT to share with you. Now I do want to just reset the game, so let me just go back to full screen and see what's coming in. Antoinette just says well done. Teresa, in the comments, say hello to us. Let us know where you are and what parts of the country you're in as well. And also all of our new players, will you do it as well? Because I know there's loads of you out there. Just drop it in the comments and say hi to us and let us know where you are so we can say hi back. And if you want to get a little John, it's really simple to do it. All you've got to do is just send us a selfie with your bingo ticket like Edward did last week, and down to Youghal, actually is where he went, to Paul. We got one down to Paul and Youghal, and Edward I think is in Cork as well, and off they went. Right, I'm just gonna do this and save myself a little bit of time, Mark, before I do anything. Yeah, there we are, because I only have 45 seconds on these. Now, the Irish Wheelchair Association was formed in 1960, and it was formed on November 10th 1960 to be exact, by a small group of wheelchair users, and they went to the Pillar Room in the Mater Hospital, and right there the Irish Wheelchair Association was born. It now has 20,000 members in Ireland. It also has 2,000 staff and 2,000 volunteers who also operate, and they operate throughout the country. They also have a range of shops as well. They have some shops which you can go to. You can make a purchase, or whatever, the money goes to the IWA, or if you have clothing or nice items that you think you can donate, things that you're not using anymore, you can donate them to the IWA if they have a shop near you, and all of that helps fund their services. And they also, as I say, have a portal on their website, iwa.ie, and that is for facilitating disabled parking. So well done, says Irene. Olivia's there now. Hello, Olivia. She says well done. It's good to have you, Olivia. And thank you so much, all of you, for playing tonight and for coming back, because it is hugely important. Remember, there's also the Go the Extra Mile for the Irish Wheelchair Association. That's the little graphic on screen, and you can go the extra mile. It's between 1 and 5 miles a day. It's a big ask, I know, in the weather that what we're having at the moment, but a mile perhaps is doable for 10 days. A mile for 10 days, if you can do it. You can do it into September if you really must, because the weather has been terrible. And to complete your challenge of Go the Extra Mile for the IWA, and full details on iwa.ie, and also the petition Not My Independence Day is also there, and if you can fill that out with your name and your email address, we would be very, very grateful to you. Mark, have you got the panel numbers for game number 2? You have. We're coming back to you 45 seconds from now with game number 2. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Probably looking forward to travelling mostly. After that, I'd like to just finish college, so I'd like to celebrate with a pint with the lads. One last goodbye, so.
But we have to go to a certain place for pubs, like, because most places are not wheelchair accessible. So there's only a few places in town that we could go to.
And we're back to you. Who else is coming in? Edward's there. Thanks for the little John. And the jelly beans. Oh, there were jelly beans this week. I forgot. Enjoying them now from Roscommon, not Cork. I'll give you that. Thanks very much, Edward. They've been going out so much over the last while. I lose track of where they end up, be it Monaghan or May. I know one went to Ballina. I don't know who got him, but he went to Ballina. I hope we sent it to the right place.
Actually, here's the thing.
Yes. Hang on, over to Bingo Central for a second. Yes.
Is it Ballina or Ballinya?
No, Ballinya. There is a Ballinya. There's a Ballinya house. Yeah. It's where they have weddings. It's near Moy Valley in County Meath, I think Moy Valley is. And Ballina, County Mayo. Ballina's lovely, and Westport as well. A lot of people actually holidaying over in the west of Ireland at the moment. I know Lisa was, and I know lots of the rest of you were as well. Came back, Aisling was too, and only just recently returned as well. But yeah, in Ballina we also had them going to Edward in Roscommon and Sinead. I knew two of them went somewhere. And Marta's there, lads. As a PA with the PA, personal assistant, your support is fantastic. Listen, Mart, it's always a pleasure. And if you want to get a little John, we send him out with badges. I did explain about the badges last week, and some people kind of thought, what is he on about? Or what is he on about? Just take the cushion, swipe it out here without knocking things on the ground. Irene says, keep calling, less talking. Irene, if we didn't do the talking, it would just be bingo, and that would be pretty glum, wouldn't it, Marco?
It certainly would.
It would. It'd be pretty boring. Because you know what? It's great fun. We might actually increase the number of games we play if we can get enough player. Ballina and Cavan, 5 miles from Cavan town. Thanks, Chris. There we are. See, that's the pin badge. As you can see, if we close in, it says shake those balls, and that is Antoinette saying. That's why we got them made, and Gemma made them for us. Didn't she? Did she do a great job on those? It's amazing. This lockdown has brought out the best in people. Rusty, I'm joking. Don't mind him, Irene. Please don't mind Rusty Trombone. He is just a messer, and don't mind him now. He was winding up Lisa earlier. He's just one of these characters. He really is. But it's good. I love characters in the chat. It's always good. It's called sarcasm, dear, he says. Don't mind him. Don't mind. Oh, it's cool, Iris. Oh, you're all getting involved now. Let's go back to the game screen. It's over here. There it is. Loaded up for game number 2. And you're all, you know what? Settle down, honestly. Irene, it's great to have you, I'll tell you.
Joe, it's great to hear that. It's called sarcasm, dear. Oh, you can just feel the venom. It's all in the best possible taste.
I certainly hope it is.
It is, of course.
Certainly hope it is. He's gas, really. He's gas. I mean, he's over in London, you see.
Ah, well then, that explains it.
He's feeling left out. But, do you know who's also here?
Who?
Evelyn is in California.
She sure is.
There you go. Evelyn Teabags should arrive. They're coming over, and I will fill out another customs declaration for Little John and try and get him to you, because I know I'd love to get one with the Route 66 sign. So it means a lot to us if we could do that. Game number 2, middle ticket, please, guys. That's what you're looking at. This one here. Who's going to win the money? It's 40 for the house, 15 for the line, same as game number 1. So we had Teresa and Phil win in game number 1. Who are going to be our winner? Who will be our winners in game number 2? Best of luck. Are you all ready to play? It's 1 and 3. It's lucky for some. It might be lucky for you next. And that was 13. 1 and 3, 13. It might be lucky for you this time. Let's see. We have a winner on Lace 11. All the ones. And it's panel number 2704. 2704. Mark will check. He will check. Antoinette is getting a little bit titchy over there. Antoinette, look at the comments coming in. Irene, he's in Carlow, says Irene. Who's in Carlow? Ken. Is it Ken? Ken is in Carlow. We've never sent a little John to Carlow. He hasn't been to Carlow yet. Helen says, I'm waiting on one and so is Mia. I'm sorry, guys, but we will find out. It might be you. It could be any of you. I don't see anybody saying it's me in the comments yet. So let's go to Bingo Central. Let's find out who we have. Mark, are you on? Let me just check.
Should be.
As I just...
Hello.
Oh, he is.
2704.
Yeah.
Is Paula Conway.
Paula Conway.
Wow. Maynooth, apparently.
Oh. Well done, Paula from the IWA as well. And thank you to all of you who came over from the IWA. I know a lot of you did last week as well. Obviously some new players this week. Some of the players from last week have come back to us this week. All of you, much appreciated, and thanks for doing so, because every single cent that we make over and above what it costs to run the night goes to the IWA. 2-8, says Antoinette. Oh my goodness, I'm amazed it takes that long to get a line. It's maybe like 25 calls. That's most unusual.
Is that the bit in the middle? That's what it was.
Let's click this little fella here. He disappears. It's one handsome DJ. Thank you so much. Number 8. Look at that board. It is practically filled in. This is going to go soon. Here's the next call. After 8, who's going to win it? We have a winner. The panel number is 2648, Mark. 2648. And the number is 8 and 3, 83. Who has it in the comments? Please tell us if you have it. Because on number 83, we have a full house. It's panel number 2648. You know who you are. Mark is now over in Bingo Central, and he will tell me who you are. Now hold on, just make sure that this mic is on, because I get a little bit of echo when it is. Go ahead, Mark.
2648.
Yeah.
Is Denise Brett.
I don't.
Yep.
Oh wow, Denise.
Fantastic.
Denise Brett. Denise, who is saying she never wins. And Phil won in game 1. Denise, you've got the house in game 2. €40 back.
€40
back to your card, because you're the one who buys the tickets. That is fantastic. Well done to you.
Well
and
done,
thank you, all of you, for playing tonight. Whether you win or you don't win it's fun to play. That's the first thing. But importantly, the money that we raise, after we pay out the prize money and the little bit of overhead that we have, the money goes to our charity partner, and we select charities that mean a huge amount, not just to us but to you as well. So the Irish Wheelchair Association, they actually look after my brother-in-law, and they also look after a very good friend of mine from East Coast as well, Porrick, who is a wheelchair user. And they are incredibly good people, and they offer huge support. Now, they gave us great support when Ian was on dialysis, and we got the disabled parking, because we would have been lost without that. And I really mean it. You know, the portal is on iwa.ie, and they facilitate that. And thank you to the guys over there. We would have been lost without that, because it was about a tenner a day to park in the hospital. We were there 3 days a week. It mounts up. There's a big ask that I have for you, and that's the petition. Mark, you signed that petition last week, didn't you?
Sure did.
You did? I did as well. If you would just go in and put your name on the petition, it's called Not My Independence Day, and it's really important to us. If you would please just do that. And what that does essentially is it forms a lobby, a body of people who will offer their support to wheelchair users who are suffering from the lockdown, but also because of public transport has been affected. There's been lots of effects that have really affected their daily lives, including their minibus travel, and also, because the minibuses as well are limited in number of people they can take, and wheelchair users particularly, they cannot social distance on them. So it really has disrupted their lives. So please do sign the petition. It'll only take you literally 2 minutes to do it. That's all it'll take. Well done, Denise, says Irene, and Lisa says that as well. Denise is delighted with herself, because she's now won not just the house, but Phil won the line. But I mean, it may as well be Denise, because Denise is going to get the money. It doesn't really matter. Like Phil just says yes, Denise. regardless, you know. Anyway, I think we will be hopefully continuing this even when lockdown and restrictions end and we go back to our venues. But when we do, we're going to invite you all to come to a live game with us two. We'll be doing a live virtual bingo, so we'll be streaming it. Mark, I haven't told you about this yet.
Thanks for sharing that, pal.
Yeah, no, I just thought I thought about it earlier.
Great.
Any
more great ideas?
No, just that one. We could do a live virtual bingo from a venue. When the restrictions end, we can all get together in the venue, and those of you who can't make it to the venue can do it virtually. But we can have cameras in the crowd. Wouldn't that be fun, Mark? Come on, that's a good idea. Don't you think that's a good idea? He has to think about these things. Okay, right. Mark, have you got ticket numbers for game number 3 for me, please?
Sure do.
Good man. I'm going to give myself just a couple of seconds here to reset this board. So I just click on that. It asks me, do I want to clear game number 2? And I say, yes, please. And then I can just click on this to say load game number 3. That literally buys me 5 seconds. And that is 5 seconds I need, because these VTs are really, really short. So I'm coming back to you with game number 3, which is your final ticket, in roughly 45 seconds. Please don't go anywhere. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this one. So next game on the way.
The thing I'm looking forward to most when COVID-19 and lockdown ends is getting to travel again and relocating to South Africa.
Firstly, what I'm looking forward to doing when the COVID restrictions lift is going out with friends and socialising in the way that I want to do. But obviously, because I have my disability, it's not always easy, because in terms of transport accessibility, I have to time my journeys if I'm getting the train or the bus, and the ramp's not always working on the bus.
And we are back. So who else is there? Please stay. I have special needs, no hands. I'm typing with my toes. Paul, you're a fantastic fella, honestly, and he loves playing this, especially in lockdown. Paul, you're more than welcome, and I think we will be holding on for you, because you know, it is good crack, isn't it? Yeah, we will. Of course we will. And next week we are doing. Now, we were saying we were going to do it for the cancer charities right through September. A lot of the cancer charities are doing their coffee mornings, so it's kind of difficult, because if they're doing their own thing, we will find it a little bit difficult trying to work with them, if you know what I mean, because they're going to be very, very busy. So Walk are very interested in doing the bingo. Walk are very, very close to our hearts, very, very good friends of ours. So Walk will be our charity partner next week. Mark, are we doing 1 week or 2 weeks for Walk? That's the only thing.
Sure, yeah.
So we'll have to get the heads up on that. So we'll let you know next week anyway. Let's keep playing virtual bingo on Tuesday, as it is much loved. Well, do you know what? We're going to put Mark in an envelope. This is another thing I haven't told him about. I'm going to put Mark in an envelope and send him to California, because he needs a holiday, don't you, Marcus?
I'll be there in a jiffy.
You'll be there in a jiffy. There he is there. Look at him there. In Bingo Central. He turned around and knocked the board behind him, but it's okay.
By the way, Elena, if you're listening, I've just sent you instructions how to join us. So hopefully we'll see you in a couple of minutes. She just got disconnected. So I sent out instructions.
Yeah, you probably have to reset the stream.
Yeah.
I don't know how Sinead and Neddy are getting on down in Roscommon. I know Edward's down in Roscommon as well, because they had power cuts earlier, didn't you? You had power cuts because of the weather, and your Wi-Fi would have been out. So I don't know if that has affected some of you joining us tonight. I'm sure it probably
Elena's
has.
in Sligo, so that would. What the weather's like out there.
That is not good. If you're in Sligo, that's the west coast. I mean, you're getting battered. Yeah. And Paul is down in. Paul, are you in Youghal? Paul's in Youghal, I think. Yeah. I mean, the weather's been horrendous. So I just hope you guys are okay wherever you are. If you lose connection, don't worry, because if your panel numbers come up and you win, we will know anyway, because your numbers are in play. They have to be, and we will pay out the winnings, and you can watch it on the replay if you want to. It's just the way the weather is. It's something we can't really do much about, really. Doing virtual games is great, because if the weather's bad, we can still do this, you know. I love my Tuesday nights now. Yeah, I used to love Wednesdays. Wednesdays were always my favourite day of the week. I used to love Wednesday, and it goes back to when I was in school, because we had double art. We had double art on a Wednesday, and I loved that. I loved art. I was very creative. I loved art. And then we got a half day. It was just brilliant. It was a great day. After break in the mornings, we'd have art until lunch and then home. Wednesday was always my favourite day. Colin says, I lived the whole week for Tuesday. That's only because of Antoinette. Go on, admit it. Admit it, Colin. Admit it. You know yourself. And he has his tray of Koppenberg. And that's Antoinette saying. Alright, Kitty Winks, if we are ready for game number 3, I'm sure some of you would like to get playing, would you? There we are, the board is set up, you see. So game number 3, it's the only ticket that's not written on. So it's usually fairly easy to see. It's this one. Your panel numbers are all down the left hand side of your ticket, so if they flash up on screen and you identify that, it's my ticket, you'll be able to know before we do that your ticket is the winner. Best of luck for game number 3. Here we go with the final game of the night. We're playing for 15 for the line, and we up it in game 3. As you know, we play for 70 for the house. Could be your big win. Best of luck. You have 2 more chances to win some money tonight. Either way, we're playing for the Irish Wheelchair Association, and they are the overall winners tonight, and that's why you're here. And thanks so much for supporting the night. Here's the next call. Our first call, I should say. 5 and 2, weeks of the year, 52. There's not many weeks left. 5 and 2, 52.
How many weeks to Christmas would you think?
Do you know, I think it's 15 weeks, Mark.
Is it actually?
I think it is, yeah. As far as I know. I could be wrong. Here's the next call. We're actually planning the Christmas party, myself and Mark. How about 7 and 1? 71. Bang on me drum. 7 and 1, 71. Here's the next call after 71. 5 and 9, the Lewis line, 59. 5 and 9, 59. If you haven't been on the Lewis, by the way, you're not missing much. Here's the next call after 59. Caroline Kelly's Eye, Ivor Hain on its own, number 1. Irene says, best of luck. Best of luck to you too, Irene. I hope now, listen, you know, we've had well, I was going to say we've had 4 different winners. We haven't really, Phil and Denise. I mean, they've done well tonight, but they deserve to, in fairness. Here's the next call. After Ivor Hain, number 1, it's 3 and 9, the famous Steps. There was one of the nights, actually, wasn't there, Mark, where Phil and Denise went for their wedding anniversary, and they still bought tickets.
Sure was.
Still supported the night.
Yeah.
So they deserve it. Here's the next call.
Well, Colin says bah humbug.
Oh, really?
Well, he doesn't say bah humbug, but he gets there.
He gets there. That's what he means. 4 and 7, 47 next. 4 and 7, 47. Let's keep going till we get the line. Here's the next call. 3 and 1. Time for fun. 31. 3 and 1, 31. Second of the 30s to appear tonight. Here's the next one. It's legs 11. All the ones.
Ooh la la.
Thank you, Marcus. All the ones, legs 11. All the ones, legs 11. Here's the next call. After 11. 11sies. And this time 4 and 8. 4 dozen, 48. 4 and 8, 4 dozen, 48. 4 and 8, 48. Here we go with the next call. And this time it's all the Christmas trees. 33. All the Christmas trees. And I love the new decorations that are coming out this year. Mark, did I tell you how many weeks it is to Christmas?
I'd say it's about 3 months, is it? Maybe less. Colin is now pulling the last bit of hair out of the top of his head.
15 weeks. Here's the next number. It's 2 and 6 pick and mix. Just don't let them take up the big fudge balls in the pick and mix. They weigh a ton. Honestly, that's just a little tip from Uncle John. 2 and 6 pick and mix. 26. 26 used to be 2 and 6, wasn't it? Half a crown or something. I mean, I don't know. It's a long time ago. Even Lisa wouldn't remember that far back. Here's the next one. How about 8 and 6? 86 between the sticks. We have a winner. We have a winner. We had a winner on 12 because I just clicked the number on 41. Yes, it's panel number 4956. 4956. I actually clicked the number when I meant to hit the line because I got such a fright coming out on 12 calls. That is unbelievable. A line again. Last time that happened, it was Evelyn did it. 4956. Let's go to Bingo Central.
4956 is.
Hang on now, just make sure you're on there. I've got.
Can you hear me?
I've got MK90 on this for some reason. You're on there. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. 49556. Evelyn Leon.
You're joking.
Well done, you.
You're joking. Evelyn did that. I think about 2 games ago, Evelyn, you did that. You got the line really early, and it took me by surprise. When I watched it on the replay, I noticed that it jumped across, and you'd won it on the previous call. That is incredible.
4956, yeah.
4956, Evelyn. Number 10. Who's going to be lucky? Who's going to get the €70? It's got to go. Somebody's going to get it. May as well be you. Here's the next number after 10. Oh, we've 2 winners. We've 2 winners, Mark, on 46 up to Tricks 46. We've 2 winners. They are panel numbers 4851 and panel 5055. Such 2 winners on the house. 4851 5055. Let's cross over to Bingo Central and find out.
Okay. 4851 is Caroline Kelly.
Caroline, well done to you, Caroline Kelly. So Caroline, it's €35, which isn't bad. You know, it's half the money.
And 5055, yeah? 5055 is 5055. Tina Brennan.
Tina Brennan, well done to you, Tina. Tina Brennan. That's Tina's first time to win as well tonight. So we have a lot of first time winners. Except for Evelyn. Except Caroline says it's Roger's ticket. Well, Roger gets 35. Caroline, don't tell him. Just take the money in. Just say nothing. Say nothing. Just take the money and run. So there we are. 2 winners on the house.
Brilliant.
Do I have to check the tickets? Do I?
Actually, go watch. Why not?
Oh God! I pop in the panel number. I have to go over here and do it. You see,
4851.
4851. 4. Is that in there? It is. 48. Where's 8? 5151. I move the numbers over here because it's a little bit easier. And click the little search icon. And 4851 was Caroline. That's Caroline's box there. That's her numbers. Now, oh sorry, I'm moving it over this side. See, I'm seeing it on this screen and moving it on that one. It's very, very awkward. And what am I doing this time? Just call them out for me, please, Mark.
5055.
5055. Okay, I click the little searchy icon and it gives me the other one. That's Tina's full house. So there we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight we had Phil winning for the first time on the line. Teresa Roach, who won €40 in game number 1 playing for the IWA. Paula won 15 for the line in game 1, and we had Denise winning the €40 in game 2. We had Evelyn getting the line in game 3, and we had Caroline and Tina sharing the house in game 3 and getting €35 each. There we are. All that money we paid tonight.
Great stuff.
Before we finish, we'll pay it to your PayPal account tonight for you. If you want to send in your selfies, please do, because it's wonderful to see them, even better to get them. Send them in, please, to the Virtual Bingo Messenger page. Just our messenger, just send them to us. Name, address, air code if you want a Little John sent out in the post. We'll send that to you. And when you get your Little Johns, will you get a selfie with him, please? As many as you can, as often as you can, and send them to us so we can build a bigger gallery. And if you do pop them up on social media, if you put them on Instagram, will you tag us? It's at Virtual Bingo 1. Mark is still busy over there, over in Bingo Central. Let's have a look at the chat. Who's there? 2 numbers. Roger, yes, well done, guys, says Colin. Thank you, Colin. Alison says, well done. Thank you, Alison, for playing. Lisa's the same. Robert's there. Great fun, great cause. Thanks, lads. Robert, our pleasure, as always. And Evelyn, many thanks to you all next week. We will, Evelyn, and hopefully you'll have your tea bags next week, and we will certainly put... I'm going to try and get another Little John to you. I'm going to send him to customs, because the other one obviously got held up or taken. Held hostage, I don't know. Denise says, congratulations everybody on winning. What do you mean congratulations everybody? You and Phil won half the money, for goodness sake. Another great night, and we'll see you next time on Tuesday. That'll be marvellous, Denise and Phil, and thanks for doing that. Thank you to everybody who played tonight as well from the IWA. Olivia says no luck tonight. And listen, don't worry, Olivia. Denise was the same for weeks and weeks and weeks. Look, they won twice tonight. And congrats to all the winners. Definitely back next week. Olivia, we'd love to see you next week. We're playing for Walk next week. The Walking Sound Association. We'll have some VT for that as well. Can I say a huge thank you to all of you from the IWA who've played, and also to Megan and to Sarah and to Maeve and all the crew in the Irish Wheelchair Association. They really rode in behind us on this. I know PayPal was a problem. I know that. I know some people were trying to buy tickets and they had that little roadblock of that PayPal. We will sort that out for next week. We will. A great way to support some great charities. It is, Irene. It really is. And it's a great way to keep the contact with our bingo players, and that's why we started doing this kind of virtual stuff. Antoinette, well done everybody, she says. And Mark, let's go back to Bingo Central. There he is there. You're a little bit dark. I could give you the other light, only I knocked it onto the ground earlier on tonight. That was what the big bang was me knocking the light down. Walk next week.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah, we're talking to them.
We'll talk to them.
Great charity. Great charity.
They're wonderful. And we'll get some information. They have a wonderful garden centre on Walking.
They certainly do, and a lovely little cafe.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really nice.
The Green Garden Cafe.
That's right.
Is it still called?
They repainted the place.
They did. They've changed it completely. Have they kept the name though?
They have, yeah. Green Kitchen.
It's still the Green Kitchen.
Yeah.
And then they have the garden centre at the back, and all of the service users maintain it, and they do a fabulous job, make lovely hanging baskets and things. If you're ever in Walkinstown, I know it's kind of
green.
Walkinstown Green. It's off the beaten path, but there's a place opposite that sells prams and buggies.
That's right.
What's his name?
Keely's.
Tony Keely's. Walkinstown Green. There we are. I knew he'd remember.
And A to Z her.
Yeah, well, Tony Keely is kind of synonymous with there, but it's just across the way, just directly opposite, and you'd never know it was there. You have to literally go in and follow the signs.
It's a little oasis. It's lovely.
It is a little oasis, and it's an amazing place, and it really it's great. If you're in the area, drop in,
cooked,
because they're really, really good.
And a really nice breakfast in the mornings.
Look, yeah, listen, he's selling it. He's selling it. Huge thank you, as I say, to the Irish Wheelchair Association. Best of luck to everybody. Please do sign that petition if you get a chance. It's called Not My Independence Day. We showed you the little videos, and you can see why it's so important to do that. If you get a chance over the next few hours, days, whatever it is, just drop in iwa.ie, and you can literally in 2 minutes you'll be able to do that. A huge thank you to you all for playing. It's been a joy. For myself and Mark over at Bingo Central, you say good night first, Marcus.
Good night.
Good night, and we will see you next week. We're finishing 5 minutes early. This is not like us to be finishing early. But we will see you on Tuesday. We'll be playing for Walk. We'll be in touch with the Irish Wheelchair Association this week, and we sort out the final tallies and what we have to donate, which is great. Whatever it is, it came from you guys, and it came from the heart, and that's what matters. We may well do the Irish Wheelchair Association again in the future. What do you think, Mark?
Oh, I think so. Yeah,
because they were so good to us.
They really came on board.
Really did. They embraced the whole idea, and that's what we need. We need people just to embrace it and take it for what it is. It really is good fun. Okay, we will see you next Tuesday. We are on social media through the week. If you want to send us in your selfies, we'll send you out a little John. And send us in your selfies, won't you, so I can build a gallery for next week. I'll leave you with the gallery from last week. You guys have a safe week and a great, well, I hope the weather picks up, but have a good week, whatever you do. And myself and Mark will see you next week. From both of us to all of you, good night to you. Bye.